Hello and welcome to another episode of Utopia Restoration. I'm Will and this is my TD5 110. So what I'm going So as per usual, I'm going to take you around the outsides, take you on the inside, take you underneath, tell you a bit about it and tell you some plans. So starting with the front, it doesn't have a heritage grille on it when I got it. It had a body coloured one with body coloured headlights and a black surround, which I'll show you here. Decided to change it, and also it didn't have the bumper, which I'll explain in a minute. Decided to change it to a heritage because I quite like the look and it makes it a bit different, and we've got our own custom Utopia badge on the front. If you are very observant, you'll notice this one's textured and this one's gloss, which is slightly annoying, and bizarrely still haven't actually been able to replace it. I keep ordering that side and keep being sent this side, and it's rather frustrating. I do have another one now that can go on, so we'll change that. I'll take you around, then I'll tell you about the bumper. I've got check plate on one side, not on the other, which I quite like, makes it a bit quirky. It is extremely dirty. I brought these and put these on it. It was on BF Goodrich's. So these are the 50th anniversary wheels with Goodyear Wranglers, that mud trains, which are lovely. We've got some terra firma rock sliders, which I love. Mud flaps, of course. We do have these cool little utility bits in, which, if I show you this, don't come steal it. I've just got some bits in it that I need. The other side's also the same. The reason why it has these, it has this, I'll show you the sign right in a second, is because it's for special vehicles, which is really cool. SVO, essentially. Well, or what it was in the day. So yeah, it's a special vehicles Land Rover, which makes it just that little bit more special to me. Let's go all the way around. This really cool sign writing I got done by a local company called Studio 977, which are over in Windsor. Make sure you check them out. And the design was actually done by Leo from Somewhere Wilder. So yeah, absolutely love it. Completely transforms the truck and definitely makes it my own. On the rear, we have lovely Land Rover mud flaps, which yes, will be becoming yellow at some point. Rear cross member, although extremely muddy at the minute. I repainted this and redid it in Buzzworld because it was a bit rusty, which is now looking much better. I removed the wheel carrier off the rear, which was no longer needed. Got a nice LED one. I do have one for that side, which I need to sort, but the wiring's a bit weird, so again, explain that later. Yeah, not much else on this side. It's not any different to the other side. So yeah, this is the exterior. It is a proper truck. I take it off-road, I drive it around, I fill it with rubbish, I fill it with engines, I fill it with parts. It is used as a van and gets treated like a van. So you will have to excuse the interior, as it isn't pretty. But I love it. This is how Land Rover should be used. So, let me explain this. If you look at the reg, you can look it up, you can do whatever you want. But it has got 214,000 miles on the clock at the moment. So it's been through a life, but it's still chugging away. Starts on the key first time, every single time. It is category S, right, which is structural damage. So it had been involved in a crash. It has been repaired, so it's perfectly fine. As you can see, hence why this side has check plate, this side doesn't. The chassis is slightly bent at the front, which is why if you put a full length bumper on it, the angle, the further you get away, the wonkier it looks. So unfortunately, see how wonky that number plate is? That number plate is flat to the bumper. I should have done it level to the ground, not to the bumper. So the chassis is slightly bent. It's not ideal, but it's a true trooper of a car and it keeps going. We will be getting this chassis leg replaced. When this then gets replaced, I'll then show you the second part, which is what the modifications we're going to be doing to it. But she keeps going, she keeps chugging away. Passed its MOT, absolutely loves it. And yeah, it's just a solid truck. It is slightly unfortunate about that it's had it. But one of the things that I think is when you have people that come and look at Land Rovers and they go, oh, you know, it's got 90,000 miles, that's a bit high. 214,000 miles, has been written off in a crash, starts, drives perfectly every time, still has possibly one of the tightest gearboxes in a Land Rover that I've seen. Let me take you into the interior. First, actually, we've just got a series that's arriving. So I'm just gonna stop filming and we'll come back in a second. Here we go then. So inside, yes, it's a van, cool bits. Exmoor trim, sand cover seats. Absolutely love these and well worth getting. We can supply them as well. So if you are interested, let me know. Really cool bits, pockets here for your phone and everything. And more importantly, extra storage behind the bulkhead, which nobody is going to see. So if you need to hide anything away, just push it back properly. I'll show you back there in a sec. If you need to hide anything away, you can hide it and no one's going to know about it. One really, really cool thing about these as well is behind this, the foam is ripped and is moulded and it becomes uncomfortable when you sit on it. But after getting these seat covers, they've actually pushed the foam back to where it should be and are really comfy. High recommend. It's full of rubbish. Yes, I know, I'm very sorry. Cool bits, we've got Puma steering wheel, which I quite like, and we've got some bits going on. So this bit is definitely work in progress, and I'll give you the full plan of what's going to be happening. So we've got the seat covers, we're going to be keeping those. Hopefully new matting throughout. Cubby box, new wooden steering wheel. Going to replace this with a metal, replace this with metal, possibly wrap this, possibly replace those with metal, get a boost gauge. We've got a Marshall speaker that's hidden in there. Wood surrounds around here with a wood shelf for the Marshall speaker to sit on. You can see it sort of started here, but gave up at some point. Got the quad lock, got the cable coming through. This is all going to be neatened up. Yeah, built by Basil gear knobs, definitely going to be going on. So we're going to have a wood tweed metal dash with boost gauges, nice steering wheels, and everything like that. But at the moment, clutch is a bit high that needs sorting. And we're going to do something called door cards, which I'll tell you about later. Yeah, there's not really much to talk about it at the moment. At the moment, it's a van. Later, it'll be getting changed. Being really, really cool. Definitely interesting, unique, and something that we can offer to any client that wants it. Same again in the rear. Can't really see in because it's all muddy. Spare tyre, chargers, axe, stands, jacks, parts for people, food, cookers, signage, ply line. It's a van. Like, it's a van, it's a van. So the dream long term, which will tell you about the interior, I won't tell you the exterior dream, is potentially get rid of the lining. Benches at the front, so it can at least be like a sort of 2, 4, 6-seater-ish, and then I'd love to get one huge big drawer, comes all the way out, stands out, can be kitchen, can be whatever you want, full of high lift jacks, tools and everything like that, sort of like a big mobile recovery. That's the potential. At the moment it's a van, it's going to stay a van for a while until we can get the time to really do it. You one-handed, let's get the bonnet open and I'll show you under there. It's not the tidiest, again I know it needs work, it's a van, it's the work truck. So here we go. Yeah, it needs to redo the rocker cover. Also going to vapor blast all of that. Get all new hoses, all new turbo. I want to get a new intake. I want to get a new master cylinder. I want to get a new rad. I need a new steering pump. Already going to it's got steering racks and things to go on it. There's not a lot that's going to be original, apart from the block really. Yeah, just keep going with it, keep updating it, getting into a running good level. Getting running happening. I potentially think this one is mapped. I'm not 100% as I can't get a read on the ECU at the moment, but I think it has been mapped because it's definitely quite boosty once it's warm and once it's going. But yeah, there you have it. This is more or less the build plan. I'm just showing you it so when you see it in future videos, you know and you understand it, and you come back to this and see what you think. There is a dream plan for this, but I won't reveal it quite yet because I don't want to say it and then things change and it disappears. But if I fulfill the dream, it will be quite unique. So thank you very much for joining me on my TD5, the walk around, and sort of a vague bit of the build plan, and shows you some of the bits we can offer. We can do a whole range of things, I've got a whole range of plans. So if you are interested in getting your dream Land Rover, we can source it, build it, make it, whatever you want, we can do it. As always, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week in the next video.